Well, hello everybody. Welcome to
Hi.
Thriving with Anenka. This is Kaylie, our second guest on our podcast episode. It's been a long time since we've hung out, since we've spoken, but every time we do, whether it's 5 months from now or a year later, we've always kind of had the same, I don't know, like
Bond.
the same bond. You know what I mean? Like, so it's great. I'm so happy that she's here today. We get to have this episode with her. Yeah, let's get into the episode.
Hi,
Let's get into it.
guys.
So, give us a slight introduction of who you are, Kaylie.
My name's Kaylie. I am 22 now. I keep saying 21 sometimes. I'm 22. I am a Capricorn, and my favorite color is yellow.
Yay! Do you are you studying or do you working? Like, what's kind of your
So I'm working at T-Mobile right now. Come by a phone. Love you guys. And then I'm in school for business communications and marketing.
Without further ado, this Driving with an Income. Let's get into the episode. Okay, so I feel like I've known you for a little bit. So let's take it back to high school because we go back from like high school. But we went to different school. What school did you go to again?
I went to Hillsborough.
Hillsborough. Okay, I keep thinking
You
Jefferson.
went to Slam. No, I did not go to.
Oh, I keep.
Who went to Jefferson?
Oh, someone I used to know.
I don't even want to know.
I don't want to know either. Okay. Wait, what were you saying? Sorry.
You went to Slam.
I went to Slam, the sports school. Like I said, I'm very happy that you're here because we can talk about a lot of things that we have to catch up on, and I feel like people can also listen to all the inspiring things that you can tell them too.
Oh, so I'm glad you think I'm inspiring.
Yeah, I think, hey, everyone's inspiring. Everyone's inspiring. Okay, so let's take it back to your early life and influences. What was a defining childhood memory that shaped how you see the world today? It's okay if you can think it for a little bit. Or if anything, we could always like say like what's been like your favorite childhood memory.
Favorite childhood memory or defining moment? Honestly, the biggest part of my childhood that I do remember is playing basketball. Like I've been playing since I was in the second grade. Mm-hmm. My mom was my coach at a little church rec league. Mm-hmm. And she played in high school and then hurt her knee or her ankle. So she hasn't really played since, but she coached me and kind of just threw me into basketball when I was little. Mm-hmm. And then I've been playing all the way up until high school. And then I stopped in high school because I'm very short and I don't really have the greatest handles. So I couldn't be a point guard, which just meant that my dreams had to die somewhere. Mm-hmm. But I can shoot a shot from anywhere on the court.
Yeah. I remember that you played basketball in high school. I was wondering why you like stopped or you didn't continue.
I had some challenges with my coaches in high school. I'm not going to say it was all bad, but I got to a real point mentally where I couldn't take it. It was more mentally straining on us to be at practice every day and kind of get treated the way that we were treated. To then just kind of deal with everything that you're dealing with. And I was a junior and senior through COVID, so it was a lot more to handle because we were coming out of a lockdown, going into a lockdown, and we were all still getting cussed out as if, things were normal when we don't have normal circumstances right now.
Yeah.
And so it came to a point where I decided that I was going to quit. And I bawled my eyes out to my head coach when I quit and had to turn in my uniforms. And then I got a text from the coach that really made me want to quit. Mm-hmm. And he was basically like calling me a quitter and telling me, how could I do this to the team? And I was like, this is why I quit.
Yeah.
This is exactly why I quit, because your first reaction is, oh my God, what happened? You're a fucking quitter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, it's okay. You can curse.
Okay.
You can curse. You can curse.
I was like, because those are just my emphasis words. So I am going to cuss a lot.
No, I mean, it's understandable. I feel like a lot of people, like, they like to do something, but then, like, it's usually, like, the person, like, the coach or something that, like, makes it more of, like, an unhealthy, like, toxic environment that makes you, like, lose the...
Yeah. You can ask anyone on my team.
I mean, I used to watch your basketball highlights, too.
You
on your Instagram.
Did? Oh, I love
and, like,
that.
you look like you were having a blast. So I was always wondering, like, oh, like, why didn't she continue playing? Or, like, was it something that, like, maybe was at school? Like, I never asked.
I still do play. So I play at a park, with my friends and stuff. But it's not anything, like, recreational. I'm not playing actual games. But, like, I still do love the sport. He just made me not like the sport anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's always the coaches, bro. I swear, like, they be making it to like where like it's like I don't know, like, because it's the same thing. People that like I know, like they do track and stuff, and their track coaches are so hard on them that like they just don't do it
They don't do it
anymore.
anymore.
Like it shouldn't have to be like a what's it called, like no mercy, like death row type thing. Like it should just be like a sport that you like to do.
Bro, and we were a basketball team, and this girl had us out on the track. Like, we were track stars running with with
That's
them. No, because I know other schools, I know other coaches ran their teams way worse than what our coach did. And
yeah.
she had this one big giant metal chain that she used to make us run stadiums with. We were all linked together. We all
Holy
had to carry it
shit.
over one shoulder, and we had to run up and down our stadiums,
That was like
linked
probably
together.
mentally challenging, bro.
I actually thought that those were the most fun because we
Mm-hmm.
were doing it as a team.
Yeah.
We were all laughing, like, yeah, of course it was fucking torture, but
Yeah.
like, we're all encouraging each other because we're all stuck together on this one fucking chain, and we all got to carry it,
Yeah.
and everybody wants to get done, so let's
Yeah.
get
Do you feel like
done.
everybody else felt the same that you did?
No,
No?
I was the most positive one on the team.
Yeah.
So while I got that really mean text from my coach,
Yeah.
I got a ton of texts from all of my other all of my other teammates that were just like, "We're gonna miss you. Like, you were the mom of the team. Like, you kept the positivity. You kept us, all sane and having to deal with him." And I wasn't the last one to quit.
Yeah.
There
That's
were other
good.
girls that didn't want to do it anymore anyway. After I quit, there were some girls that went on really far. I've been watching all of them, and I'm really proud of all of them. Like, they're living the dream that they
Yeah.
should be, and I'm
Yeah.
really proud of all of them because you knew it when you saw them.
Mm-hmm.
You knew they were gonna go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell them all the time, I'm so proud of all of them. No, they're like
Mm-hmm.
my little babies.
Mm-hmm.
I miss my little freshmen,
Oh.
my little babies. They're all graduated now. Like, yo, no, the people that I played with, a few people, and they've been practicing with our high school team since they were in middle school.
Wow.
And they are graduated high school now, like off to college and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are grown.
That's crazy, bro. How the time flies.
I'm an adult.
And at 22.
I'm an adult.
Just saying that out loud makes me like, that's crazy that we're 22. How do you,
Met each
okay,
other when
anyway,
we were
how do you feel
16.
about being, yes, we met each other when we were 16. Was it at Cheesecake Factory?
Was that the first time we met?
At Cheesecake Factory.
Because I brought,
yeah, it was Cheesecake Factory.
Was it a birthday? Yeah, because it was all of y'all from Slam.
Yes, it was someone's birthday, and then we all went. And it was like really awkward, and like it kind of turned into like a shit show, and then we all like separated. And
I brought a friend so that I didn't feel like I was alone because I was meeting all of y'all, and I was like, yeah, I'm not coming to this shit alone because if I don't have somebody to talk to, I'm gonna lose my mind. And then I still had nobody to talk to.
We'll get into like our high school stuff later because like I feel like if I'm honest, there's some things that like I still like I haven't revisited because I'm like, oh, I don't need to revisit it. But there's times I'm like, you know what, like I need to revisit that. Like, why do I tend to ignore it? You know what I mean? Because I'm just, because like high school was great, but there's some times that like it was just fucking horrible. Like,
no, because y'all went through a lot of drama. I stayed on the outside of y'all's drama.
It was honestly,
Slam was something else. Y'all had
it was always it was
bullshit all the time.
It was horrible, bro.
And especially because it was a new school, your guys' administration didn't know how to handle y'all, and it was just
because we were still like we like missed a bunch of staff too.
Oh, because they just
like the first 2 years, like we barely had any staff because it was a brand new school that just got funded, like everything.
They didn't hire people before they enrolled students.
They did, but like I don't know. I guess because like a new school, like it wasn't like established yet. The teachers were like, "Oh, like what if I like are not paid like for this because like it's a new school and like what if I'm not given the job that I want? Things like that." So.
That's some bullshit.
Yes,
that's crazy. That's kind of funny.
But I wanted to ask, how does it feel being 22? Does it feel like do you feel 22? Do you just kind of feel the same?
Like, I feel the same. I feel like that question gets asked every birthday.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't feel any different. It never does feel any different. It's just another year of more bullshit and more everything. You just gotta like deal with it and like walk forward. Like once I hit 18, none of these adult years have felt any different. They're all responsibility after obstacle after bullshit after responsibility after bullshit.
Yeah. I think with like all the bullshit
Mm-hmm.
that's happened, especially like let's say like I mean you said 18. Like do you feel like you've had to prove yourself when you were like turning like 18 or like maybe even younger than that? Proving yourself to like people that like because they would like tell you that you couldn't do something.
Um, Not necessarily.
No.
I don't know. Like yes and no, but I never really cared much what people thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like as much as I did probably deep down inside, like especially the older I've gotten, I cared less about what people think of me because I know myself and I know the kind of heart I have. So whatever you're assuming and whatever you're taking to heart probably wasn't personal. And if you didn't ask me about it and you didn't have an honest conversation with me, then you're just making assumptions and you
Mm-hmm.
hate me for whatever unclarified business we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I agree that.
I don't like it just doesn't make any sense to me to be somebody that just assumes like I'm going to be very honest and transparent and open about whatever is going on. So if you
Mm-hmm.
hate me for whatever reason, my intentions were never evil. They're always going to be pure and genuine. So
Yeah.
if you have a problem with me, that's on you. And I don't care if you have a problem with me
Yeah.
because there are a ton of other people that don't have a problem with me, and I don't need to have negative energy in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Same way I deal with drama. Goodbye. I don't put up with bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't respond. I block. I delete. I ignore. I will not put up with anything ever.
I 100% agree, bro. I think like because you're older, so it's
It's some high school
like what
bullshit.
is
What are
like,
we
and the thing
doing?
is like people that like, especially people that I know I went to school with, they're the same exact people that I went to school with. Like we're all 22, 23 now, and they act the legit same, bro. And it's
Exactly.
just like to me, it's like kind of sad that you're like stuck in that same like high school mentality that you think you can just walk around life with that kind of mindset. Like it's not gonna get you anywhere, bro. It's
No.
just a waste of time and energy,
It's going to
honestly.
lose you respect. I
Yes.
don't respect people who are immature. And that might sound really fucked up
No, it's not. It's the truth, honestly.
because, like, okay, the reason I say it's kind of fucked up is just
Mm-hmm.
because, like, people take immaturity in different ways. So, like, while
Mm-hmm.
I may call this person immature, they might not think they're immature. And
Mm,
they're
okay.
going to take offense to that. But without your immaturity comes from the fact that you're not aware. You're not self aware of of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes you immature and not understanding what's going on, how you're affecting other people. And that's what I don't like. Like I can't put myself around that.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't understand your actions have consequences and you can't genuinely be conscious of what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
and have the respect or what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word.
You don't have to be nice.
No, 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 no.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
genuinely thinking of the
Okay,
word
I was about to say.
consideration.
Okay, okay, there we
Like
go.
having
Yeah.
the consideration to not fuck up somebody else's life.
100% agree, yeah.
Like we are all struggling in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
You're not struggling the same way I'm struggling.
Mm-hmm.
They're not struggling the same way you're struggling. We're all struggling in different ways, and that doesn't mean that your struggle's any better than mine or
Yeah.
my struggle's any worse than yours. It just means that we're all struggling and we're all going to deal with it
Mm-hmm.
our own ways. So why are we handling things in an immature way when we have no idea what anybody else is going
But I kind of want to go over the growths and challenges of high school because I think high school is a time, bro. I know it's different for the both of us, but I feel like you've also probably gone through some challenges and then there's obviously been growth afterwards. But let's take it back to like some of the challenges in high school, whether it was from ninth grade or like senior year, that
through.
kind of like helped you grow to the person that you are today.
I think my biggest challenge was no, not even challenge. My biggest regret from high school was being in a relationship the entire time. Because I was in a relationship from what, my sophomore year until my freshman year in college. Me and her were together for 4 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, excuse me.
No, you're okay.
Whew. We were together for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't expand making friends. We made friends together, or we kept whatever friends we came to high school with, or like I had you guys, but like that was friends that I had from middle school that then introduced me to you. And that's my biggest regret, is really being in that relationship for so long, because it consumed my entire life. I didn't expand my networking with new friends, new people. That's really my biggest regret. Talking about that now is fucking crazy. I hated that. Like, I really do beat myself up sometimes about how I didn't make more friends in high school. But, like, you ask anyone from my high school.
You feel like it held you back?
Yeah, definitely. You ask anybody from high school, they knew me as her girlfriend. Except for the people who knew me first. Like, that's how I was known. And I didn't like that. Like, that was my biggest thing. I was like, I'm known underneath of somebody else's name. That's crazy. Like, that's not good. Like, I like to be known for me.
Yeah.
And that's what I thrive myself to do now. Everybody knows me for me. Everybody knows who I am as a person. I'm very open and honest and transparent about literally anything and everything. You ask me a question, why am I going to lie to you?
Yeah.
If I lie to you, then that gives you a power, because I'm scared of you. I'm scared of how you're going to react.
Sorry, continue.
I'm not scared of you.
No. She's just speaking in general. I hope not.
No.
I'm not scary.
Boo.
Continue.
No, but like, if I'm lying to you, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of what you're gonna think of me. I'm scared that you're gonna judge me. I'm not scared that anybody's gonna judge me, because if you're judging me based on things that I'm genuine about, then we just might not be right for each other's lives. And I'm okay with people not being in my life. I'm okay with letting people go, because if that means my sanity, that's all that matters.
For sure. Yeah.
I can't have my stress and my mental health be on somebody else anymore. And that's something that I used to do a lot. That was a really bad thing for me.
Do you feel like it's like affected your relationships like after high school?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it's affected everything. I probably don't make friends the way that I'm supposed to. I don't really trust the way that I'm supposed to. Most people, I think, are lying to me. Like, unless you come with concrete proof behind what you're telling me, I probably won't believe you. Or I'll think of 4 other things that it could be, and then I'm making assumptions. They don't ever necessarily make me treat you any differently, but they do make me be a little more cautious around how I open up. It's
the water thing.
Oh, it scared the shit out of me.
No, you're good.
It's been hard, because making friends in a place where you have to be vulnerable to make friends and not feeling as if you're in a safe place to open up, because people will backstab you.
Yeah.
And that's what I've realized going through high school and these couple of years of college. Like, not everyone's your friend. And there are some people that'll do some grimy, dirty things to you. And then smile in your face like nothing ever happened. And I don't respect that. That's so dirty and disgusting. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Ugh.
I mean, like, I think it's really good that you kind of have like that. Like, I don't like let people like walk all over me, because I feel like people struggle with that a lot. Like, do you feel like you've always had like that attitude where it's like, oh, like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks? Like, have you always been like with that mentality, that like attitude, ever since you were like in high school, or is it kind
on
of
the outside?
On the outside.
On the outside, definitely. I have my family to thank for that, because if I didn't have a thick skin inside of that family, god damn, I would have been ripped to shreds. Okay. We all bully each other in the most loving way possible. Okay. Me and my brother say the meanest slurs to each other all the time. But at the end of the day, we're laughing and giggling it off. Like, we don't care. He's not. He's a tall little fucker. God. Yeah. I'm the short one of my family. My brother's 6'1".
Damn.
And my 9-year-old sister reaches my shoulders.
Dang.
Yeah. I'm 5'2". and I'm not growing any taller, and I wear my tall shoes sometimes to make myself feel better.
Honestly, real.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you have to have a tough skin to be in my family. My sister's learning that now. She may only be 9, but she's getting it now.
Yeah,
She's got all of us doing it,
it's
which
good
was
though.
so bad for her. No, because it was just me and my brother growing up. So we were 3 years apart. We got to grow up together. So we bullied each other as we were growing up. And then one day he went from this tiny little, peanut head to this ginormous fucking monster. And I was like, I don't remember when that happened. I blinked. We took a really big turn when I started talking about my brother's height because I don't remember what we were talking about before.
I was talking about like if you always had like that like I don't give a fuck mentality.
Kind of.
You said it was like on the outside.
Yeah, because I really would care about what people think on the inside. Like, I have really bad anxiety, like to the point where my chest will break out in hives and it'll feel like my heart's in my chest, like in my throat, beating out of my fucking throat because I'm afraid of how people will react. And it's gotten better. Like, yeah, there are certain people that will still enact that kind of reaction out of me. But that's when I really care about their feelings. And also the toxic kind of immature side of it, because if they're reacting that way, then they're not very mature themselves. So those are things that I still have to kind of work on because I'm still allowing myself in relationships like that. But once I recognize them, it's kind of easy to detach from them because once you're self-aware, you just have to be disciplined in getting rid of the things that don't bring you the good things in life. And hives in my heart, my chest are not happy, good things in my life.
Yeah, well, no, 100%.
No, but it's gotten a lot better to the point where I can get my heart to stop beating. The anxiety isn't as bad. The way I do it is you just gotta talk to yourself. Yeah. It sounds crazy, but you really just gotta talk to yourself. It works. Like, why do you care? What are they gonna do that is going to alter the way that you're gonna make this decision? How is it going to affect them? And then once I go through all of those things and I realize that it really has nothing to do with the other person, I'm good. But it's a process and you got to walk through it and you got to get through it. And it's hard, but it's gotten better. Like, it's gotten to
like talking to yourself has helped. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, talking to myself really does help. And it may make you sound a little crazy. Just a little bit, but it's a way that it's made it easier for me to cope with things, especially in senses of like when it comes to other people. Like, other people, I'm a people pleaser, very, very big people pleaser. Okay, I don't like when people are upset with me. When people are mad at me, I tend to just avoid things. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm a people pleaser, so it just when I do something that could possibly upset somebody else, I spiral into an overthinking pattern, and I overthink and I make 1,000 different scenarios that would probably never fucking happen, but I have to then talk myself down from them. My best friend will talk me out of most of them. Oh my god, yes, we need to have a whole thing with all 3 of us. Oh, that'd be great. God, yes,
tell Anna.
I could have brought her tonight.
I know, it's
okay. I was just at her house.
We can always do a part 2.
Yes,
we can do a part 2. But that's good. I mean, it's so good to have people too that like are going to be there for you and like help you through those dark times. Honestly, that's really good that you have her, that she's like, cause like that she's going to be there for you regardless.
Yeah, and like, she doesn't judge me. She's just like, you're taking it a little too far. Calm down. Yeah, it's okay. You're overthinking it. Stop overthinking it. That's not going to happen. And then she'll also be the other side. You need to be careful. You're not thinking enough right now. You need to watch out. You need to be careful. You need to slow the fuck down. Yeah, I get told that a lot. I need to slow down. Yeah, I talk too fast. I think too fast. I do too fast. Just go. Yeah. If there's no time to think, there's no time to regret.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like life is all about just slowing down. I feel like we're always on the go anyway all the time. We never like actually get to sit down and like think with ourselves and like reflect with ourselves because we're so busy like thinking like oh this and like we're always just like because sometimes like I feel like I'm on edge all the time too. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like
Meditation has been
yeah.
great. Like ever since I've been back from Puerto Rico, I've been going to the park and just kind of sitting in the sun.
Hmm.
It's been beautiful. Basically, like if I pick a better place, like if I pick a high traffic place, everything with like it being a niche right now and like it
Hmm.
kind of like popular, like it could be really easy to just find a good location. But
Hmm.
that's a gamble.
Yeah.
But like all of it's a gamble.
Hmm.
So it's just whether or not I want to take that gamble here or if I want to move to a completely different city or state and
Hmm.
take the gamble there. I have the support here to take the gamble. I don't have the support somewhere else to take the gamble, but I can get this. I like, there's just so many options. And it's so hard to make
Hmm.
a decision.
I think life will probably like help you with that decision though, honestly.
I
I think
hope
like when the
so.
time is right, so because I feel like you have a lot going on right now.
Yeah,
And I think like
I need to slow down.
yeah, life is probably like relaxed. Like you'll do it, but life is probably like not right now.
I think
Like
maybe that's why it's knocking me down. I need to need to sit the
mhm.
fuck down for a
Yeah,
second.
no, for real. What was I gonna say? I mean, I think I'm really proud of you for finding ways to cope and, being better and growing. I mean, that's the most important thing. So I'm very proud of you because I know it's not easy. I know it's not I know it's not easy. It's like difficult, but I'm really happy that you have people around you that are able to like uplift you in those moments, but also like you have yourself to where you're like, okay, like,
I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Oh my god, no. I've been having this one struggle recently about therapy.
Mm,
So, because I've been debating whether or not I should go back. Because it's never really worked out for me in the past. But I feel like it could be something that's beneficial in my life right now just to kind of like balance everything that's going on. But like, I am my own therapist in my head. Like, I'm self aware of everything. Like,
mm,
everything that a therapist is going to sit in a room and tell me, I can tell myself.
mm-hmm.
The problem is once I walk out of that office, I have to then also put in the work to not go back and have the same problem.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it right now. So, like, what's the point of having a therapist if I'm going to pay all this money to just have them tell me the same shit I'm telling myself
Mm-hmm.
for me not to do it? Because I'm not listening to myself. So, what makes
Mm-hmm.
me think I'm going to listen to some random fucking therapist with a degree?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just going to sit there and listen and write on their fucking little notepad and just, okay, well, here's the homework that you need to do. I need you to like be aware of this, write out this, reflect on this and write me three sentences in each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can do that. I write in a book every day anyways. I
Mm-hmm.
journal to myself and I write to myself all the
And
time.
that's a good start. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? That's
I'm
great.
I'm very aware of, what's going on inside of my life and inside of my brain and my heart, but fixing it takes action and I don't have the energy to take the action. So then
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like therapy's not beneficial. Like it's not something that's
Mm-hmm.
going to benefit me right now because it's just going to hurt me financially because I'm not going to take it seriously right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then when am I going to ever take it seriously?
I
When do
think
I take that jump to be
Yeah, I
like,
think right now what you're doing, like journaling, meditation, those are already things that people don't do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're already taking the steps like that, like 85% of people don't do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people just like say like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," but you're actually doing things. Like, it may not seem like a lot in the moment, but it's a lot,
yeah,
and it's gonna help like in the long time. Like, that's a lot of good things that you're already doing, and sometimes like you don't even need therapy for things like that, unless like it gets to
no,
the brink where it's like really like obviously like it's gonna get like scary at sometimes, but like right now, like things that you're doing, like it's super good. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And you should be really proud of that because a lot of people don't do that. And like sometimes you don't need therapy for the things that you're doing right now because you're already like anything, you're already taking action. Kaylee, you're doing meditation, you're journaling, you're talking to yourself.
I
That's
can.
already those are already steps to like.
Yeah, but then there are the questions of like, why am I doing these other things? Like,
Mhm.
why am I putting myself in a situation where I could get myself hurt?
I think we've talked about some of your struggles. We talked about the things you've overcome. What has probably been your wins that you feel like, if big or small, they're still wins.
Wins.
Whether it's like with your personal development, whether it's career wise.
Honestly, I feel like my biggest win has been my confidence.
Mhm.
Like the fact that I don't care anymore
Mhm.
and the anxiety has really gone down.
Mhm.
Like, I haven't always been the most outgoing person, but now I feel like I'm not afraid to walk into a crowded room of people that I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm used to give me the worst anxiety. I still like to be told who's going to be there and who I'm meeting,
Mhm.
if that is a possibility.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like if I'm going to, I can do things by myself. Like I never used to be able to go sit at a restaurant and eat by myself. I
Mhm.
thought that was the weirdest fucking thing ever. I can go sit at a restaurant and eat by myself. I can go sit anywhere by myself now,
Mhm.
and I won't have a problem in the world. I used to think that people were staring at me, judging me. Now I think people are staring at me and giving me compliments and hitting on me.
Yeah.
There's just, I don't know what switched in my head, but
Mhm. It's all a mental thing,
it
really.
really
It is.
was.
It really is.
Like I used to think so badly of myself, and there was just something that switched one day where it was like, I'm not the problem.
Mhm.
I'm not the thing that people are looking at fucking judging. I'm the thing that people are looking at and being like, "Oh wow.
Mhm.
Like I wish I could be like her."
Mhm.
And I guess maybe it took me to be told that a couple of times. Like it took me being told that I light up a room, or that, I don't know. Like it just took me realizing it, somebody pointing it to my face, someone being
Mhm.
like, "Stop thinking that of yourself." Then I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
Mhm.
And then there were people that came and like begged to be back in my life, and I'm like, "Damn, like you
Mhm.
want to be, but you talked all of this shit before that made me feel so terrible about myself, and now you're
Mhm.
going back on it, which means you didn't really mean any of that stuff, which means none of it was really true." Maybe it's
Mhm.
kind of an ego, and my head got big, but like,
No, it's definitely like an energy shift for sure.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like once I start thinking about the fact that I'm not the problem. A lot of people
Yeah.
used to make me think that I was the problem.
Mhm.
And I used to get so much anxiety and jumbled up in my head that I could never defend myself.
Yeah.
And now I don't feel like I need to defend myself, because if you, like what I said before, if you think that of me, then that's what you think of me.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
No, you're okay. That's
Bro,
awesome though. I'm
this
really
fucking
happy.
coffee has been giving me the burpees.
It's okay. Although I'm really happy though. That's awesome that you got your confidence back and I feel like that's a
Yeah.
huge win. That's a
Yeah.
really big win because that really just kind of dictates every other area in your life because it makes every other area better, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
that's really good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. And the sales job that I have, like T-Mobile, I used to do the sales like over the phone, like my remote job.
Mhm.
Um, but then once I started doing it in person, like you realize how much like eye contact with people. Oh my God, that's been one of my hardest things to learn. Eye contact with people,
Mhm.
because eye contact's really, really weird and really hard, because there's a certain amount of eye contact that you can make, and then there's an uncomfortable amount of eye contact that you can make, and then
Mhm.
some people take eye contact as something flirty because it doesn't happen
Mhm.
very often. So like, especially being a female in the sales industry, like you have to like, my manager calls it dating your customer, because you have to get to know them the way that you would get to know somebody on their first date, to be able to sell them something that would benefit their life. Because how are you going to know what's going to benefit their life if you don't know about their life?
Mhm.
So asking questions, like personal questions about their life, what they like to do, who they are, and then also maintaining eye contact sometimes brings off the wrong image.
Mhm.
And you got to be careful, because some people are creeps.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm learning is eye contact, because mine, I get uncomfortable sometimes, especially when
Yeah.
I start to realize that it's making them
Mhm.
seem as if I'm flirting with them. I have to stop it, and then I'm just like, I don't know how to go back to it.
Mhm.
Eye contact is scary.
Mhm.
Eye contact is scary.
But I think you'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
you're kind of already knowing the steps to be better. That's good.
Yeah. Eye
Yeah.
contact has been something that I've really had to work on, especially because I have to make so much effort to make eye contact with
Mhm.
people. Like looking up at somebody and making eye
Mhm.
contact with them is kind of hard.
So we're leaning towards the end of our episode, but I kind of want to ask you two last questions.
Okay.
If you could go back and talk to your younger self and share it with the rest of us,
What would I tell
what
her?
would you tell her? like the biggest thing that you would tell her?
Don't give a fuck. Stop caring. And that sounds so bad, but like I would sit there and I would explain the not caring part. Cause like I went through a time in my life where I was bullied.
Mm-hmm.
And so that definitely hurt my self-confidence. And I went to a really small school before I went to my really big high school. So like it was a difficult time. So like being only surrounded by a class of maybe 30, 40 students compared to 300 in high school, something goes around my 40-person school, everybody knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it ends up being some kind of scandal.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell myself not to care about it, but also tell myself to get the fuck out of that school.
Mm-hmm.
But if there was anything I could teach my younger self, was to have confidence. If I had it way before now, I feel like my life would be a lot different. I feel like I'd have more connections. I probably would talk to a lot more people because I was always afraid of being judged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was always afraid of being judged. It was a really bad thing. I always thought everyone was judging me. No matter where I was going, people were looking at me and laughing at me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't think that anymore. It's a really good thing. Yeah. I'm proud of myself for that one.
You
That's
should
one
be.
thing
I'm
that
proud
I'm
of
proud
you.
of.
That's good. That's really good. That's awesome. And then the last thing, what's the one message you'd want to leave behind on this podcast? The people that are watching.
Don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck everybody and their opinions, because the only opinion that matters is yours and the people that you value the most in your life and that love you unconditionally. Because otherwise, their words and their advice mean shit because they don't give a fuck about your life. They could care less if you fail or succeed.
Period. That was great.
Thank
That was
you.
awesome. Very inspirational. See, you are inspirational. Guys, she is inspirational. She is inspirational. But thank you so much, Kaylie, for being on the podcast. I definitely appreciate you being here and sharing all of your insightful advice, your motivation, inspiration, your struggles, your journey to being a better you and just succeeding from here. So I'm very, very proud of you. And I am here. Oh, yeah. I'm here for anything. You know, I've always want the best for you, and I always want you to grow and succeed. So I'm really proud of you for your self growth, and you've just been doing a lot of good things recently. So I'm really happy for you. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to this podcast episode. As you guys know, we are on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. We're everywhere. So full episodes will be on YouTube, and full audios will be on Spotify. And yeah, what do you want to leave to end it with?
Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Love you all.
Stay safe, be healthy, drink your water, make sure to eat well, and respect people around you, and always be kind. We need it more than ever in this world because our world is really weird right now with all the negativity, but always be nice to people and just be kind and yeah, inspire others and be great. Do well. Love you guys. We'll see you next episode. Bye bye.